Today in Canadian history, in 1946, the House of Commons passed the Canadian Citizenship Act. It was the first nationally statute which defined our country's citizens primarily as Canadians rather than British subjects. The act came into effect on New Year's Day, 1947. But we all have our own milestones. Celebrating a birthday today is our fearless leader and supervising producer, Chris Janusitis. Looks like he's deep in thought in this picture, but that's better right here. Here's a sillier picture of Chris wearing his Lord of the Rings costume at the office last Halloween. Hope you're having a great B-Day, boss. Now, if you have a birthday or an anniversary greeting that you'd like to share with our viewers, just email me all the details to kasha.bedurka@rci.rogers.com, and I'll do my best to include it on midday. Well, our next guest has a big dream to further raise awareness and support of autism by constructing a life-size carousel for all of us to enjoy. To help her along with this goal, she's holding a fundraising craft sale, or a few sales rather, and here she is, the ambitious and very creative Margaret Franklin. Welcome to the show.
Hi, it's good to be here.
It's good to have you on. I've been hearing a lot about you. You're creating quite the stir in the community with all your pictures and your big dream. First off, why is it important to you to raise awareness for autism? Why you personally?
I have Asperger's syndrome myself, which is a type of high-functioning autism, and I wanted people to understand why some of us struggle with certain things, and I think that we should celebrate neurodiversity because a lot of us also have some really wonderful gifts that we'd like to share and be recognized for.
Yeah. If there is one thing, one message that you want to come across, to bring to the viewers about people living with autism or Asperger's syndrome in specific, what would you want to tell everybody?
Prepare to be amazed, just like our city's motto.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay, why is that?
Yeah, a lot of us are experts in certain things, like there are savant skills, people who are really good at math. I'm not one of them.
No, I'm there with you, sister.
Yeah, I know just about everything you could possibly want to know about carousels. I'm a self-proclaimed carousel geek, so to speak.
That's awesome. Or an expert.
Yeah.
Why carousels, then?
Well, they've just always fascinated me. Ever since I was a little kid, I used to drive my teachers absolutely bonkers. I'm heading up the year with merry-go-rounds.
That's funny.
Yeah.
And you've just always had this interest, and later on in your life, you've discovered that this might be a vehicle to get people to learn more about autism and to support autism.
One thing I want to do is invite other people on the autism spectrum to design carousel animals for this carousel, and other kinds of artwork too, like the rounding boards and all that. And these are what I've made for the sale. These are my little horses.
Okay, so you are holding a craft sale this weekend, right?
Yep, Friday and Monday.
Okay.
Just out in front of my house.
On your front lawn?
Yep.
That's the way to do it. Whereabouts do you live then? I guess we got to make this public information
I'm almost next door to the Oshawa Centre. I'm right on the corner of Elm Grove and Westmount.
Okay, so people can't miss you there?
Nope.
You're going to have a nice table set full of displays of your beautiful art. So you made this yourself?
Yes, I've got maybe at least 40 or 50 of them at home.
Okay, so let's just actually rewind a little bit. I know you have a big dream. So this big dream is to create a carousel, like a life-size carousel. Tell us what your dream is.
Well, we have to establish a committee. We want to get other people involved who are interested in helping out. We want to recruit carvers and various artisans of different sorts. Okay. And we want to raise funds. We want to apply for a grant. I still haven't finished all the paperwork. And it's going to be the cornerstone of sort of a entertainment complex, if you will. A sensory-friendly environment where people on the autism spectrum can feel comfortable. Yes.
So is it for only those with autism, or can anybody come to this place?
Anyone can come. Anyone can come.
Yeah. And I know you're looking at 3 locations. I know you might not want to discuss where they are right now, but there's three places that you're looking at possibly carrying out this project.
I'm comfortable to divulge.
Yeah.
We looked at the Ability Center at Iroquois Park. We looked at the old Cullen Gardens. But my favorite idea is the old Nob Hill Farms building, because that has room for everything. We'll start with the carousel in a rotunda that's glassed in for year-round entertainment, with a tea room for parties and receptions, or if you just want to go out for tea and sandwiches. and on the other side, a combination gallery gift shop.
So you have a whole vision in mind.
Yeah, and beyond that, I have a friend, Lute Voss, in Toronto, who runs the Museum of Childhood. Only it's not really a museum yet. She just has a house full of toys that she puts on exhibit in various locations.
So that'll be the permanent exhibit.
Yeah, this could be a permanent exhibit for her. And
so when did you come up with this idea?
Just years of brewing the idea, just thinking it over, and
one day you decided, I'm going to go for this.
Yeah, I quit my job before Christmas time. I had a bit of a breakdown. Don't want to. I'll spare you the gory details.
Please do. Yeah, no problem.
While I was unemployed, I just started getting more courage about this idea and wanting to get out there and go for it. Grab the brass ring. I just came back from Sandusky, Ohio. We were at a technical conference, National Carousel Association.
The National Carousel Association.
Yeah, they have such a thing. They have carousel magazines. I've been subscribing to this, the Carousel News and Trader, for more than half my life.
Yeah. So where's our closest carousel then? Where do you go to see carousels in Ontario?
Probably Toronto, Centre Island. I grew up with that one. I remember being 6 years old and seeing it for the first time, thinking it was the coolest thing I ever laid eyes on.
Aw, and now you want to bring it here to Oshawa, bring it home. So in order to do this, obviously you need to raise a lot of money, get yourself some volunteers and a committee, as you were saying. But in the meantime, one way you're going to raise money is by displaying and selling your own art at your own craft sales taking place this weekend, right? On your front lawn near the Oshawa Centre.
This is part of the Traveling Dolls project. I sell these dolls, and people send pictures on the internet of them in different places doing different things.
That's neat.
Yep.
We've seen that before.
Yeah, this picture on the front was taken at the CN Tower. And then I have lots of pictures of my own doll with all the different carousels I've visited at conventions in the States, including the last one.
Yeah. You know what? I have to wrap things up. So we're going to send people off to your email address, or is that, that's your website there, isn't it?
Yeah.
MarilynFranklin.netfilms.com. Netfirms, sorry, that's my that's my ad. Okay.
Or you can email me at miltnorth64.simpatico
or call the number. Okay. Well, all the best with the craft sales and your dream. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you. All right. When we come back from this short break, we'll meet some of the new babies at the Oshawa Zoo. Midday returns in just a few moments. Don't go away.